Hello, in this C programming video, I am going to show you how to initialize arrays in Line. So we've actually already covered this if you watched the first video of the arrays section of this series, which covered creating a one-dimensional array, which I did here, and accessing the elements, and also showed you how to override, change the values after initialization. So I'm going to get rid of this. So what we've done right here, when you put the data type of your array, and remember an array has to have the same data type for all of its elements, and with the values inside are called elements. And okay, and then you put the name of the array. I don't know what that's moaning about. Unknown, forget it. And then you put the size of the array in square brackets, and this is optional. So if I actually undo this, and if I get rid of this, I put this over here, I'll give this a run. This will still work the same way, just because I added the values like so. But if I was to get rid of this and I'll run it, you get random numbers. That's just whatever's in memory at that particular moment in time when this application has assigned memory for this array. So if we undo it, again, like the other way of doing it is to put equals, curly braces, and we'll get rid of this, and then put the values in like so, and they go from left to right. So the first element, so element number 1, or at index 0, is 1000, then 800, 700, 300, 298. But the thing with an array that you initialize inline, you don't actually need the number of the size of the array. So if I do that and I run it, that will work the same way. And what this does is it infers the size of the array from the number of elements that you specified. So if I put another element here, say 78, this will still work the same way. But if I want to access that extra element, now put 6, and I put, because they said remember computer start at 0, so the 6th element is at index 5, and if I run that, I get 78. Watch what happens if I don't put a 6th element in there. I don't specify a size of 6, so its size is now inferred by the number of elements, and it's a size of 5. What do you think is going to happen? So it gives us a error, and it says unexpected identifier before. I mean, that error doesn't really mean much, to be fair, but it will be linked to this, because if I remove this, the error now disappears. So obviously, depending on the compiler that you're using, the IDE that you're using, the error may vary, but that's how you create an array and you initialize it inline. And if you do this, then you don't need to specify the size. You can do. Some people like to be explicit. There's nothing wrong with it. I quite like that as well, to be fair. But obviously the benefit of not doing this is maybe you don't 100% know the number of elements that are going into it, for example. So that's how you initialize an array inline. If you have any questions, feel free to post on the Discord group, link in the description or in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next C programming video.